Falco. Ready? Clear!
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raptor. Gonna commentate some Schmoofy versus Kami. This is a really exciting set. I think Schmoofy is a really fun Falco to watch. He's super fast and technical, and gets a lot of crazy stuff done all of a sudden. We're walking in here at the beginning of game 1, 3 stocks to 3. I got a chance to play Kami in a couple friendlies at the beginning of the night, and I can say his tech chases and like his general like Sheik combo game is like really scary to deal with because he really knows how to keep the hits coming. I think this is gonna be like a really fun one to watch. By the way, this is loser semis, so you know, already great job to these two guys for getting this far. It'll be exciting to see, you know, how things go and which of them can take it out. So Schmoofy there goes for the shortest shorten, and that's just not quite far enough. He wanted to wait one more frame and get that mid shorten to get back on stage. Unfortunately, he misses that timing just barely and ends up losing a stock for it. Now, he's not down by much, but here comes this tech chase from Kami we were talking about earlier. Let's see what Kami can do. Schmoofy finds a juicy back air to put Kami off stage, reversing the situation. That was really smart by Schmoofy. What he did there is he waited for Kami's landing because there's a huge landing lag on Sheik's up B. So it's really good to wait that out when you can get Sheik to land on stage. And it's one of the main edge guarding tools against Sheik with every character is to just hold the ledge and force her onto stage somehow, because then you can really get a juicy punish like he did there with that down smash that took the stock. So Schmoofy, he's down in percent a little bit, but you know, we're both basically at kill percent here, so either one could take the stock pretty quickly and take a quick lead. Ooh, Schmoofy with a side B, almost loses his stock for it, but he barely lands on stage and is able to get a back air. I think Kami is doing a really good job this set so far of fighting for center stage or just being really cognizant of when he's got center stage over Schmoofy. Schmoofy ends up with his back to the edge a lot. And Kami's been taking advantage of that by getting those slightly earlier kills, where Schmoofy has to push Kami all the way across the stage. There again, Schmoofy giving us a great example of how you want to edge guard Sheik, forcing her onto stage by going off the ledge, and then using a ledge hop bear to catch her at that platform. One of the few tricks that Sheik does have in this in the edge guarding game when she's trying to recover is to go to mix up going between the platform and the stage. But as you can see there, Falco's jump is so high that he's able to actually cover both, kinda. Kami with a great edge guard, catching Schmoofy's up B, able to take the first stock with that quick needle. So the first game's to Kami. Let's see where Schmoofy takes it for game 2. Looks like he wants to go to Yoshi's story. This is a good stage for both characters. Obviously, Falco can kill Sheik very quickly, but Sheik has a lot of cool mix-ups and tricks that she can play around on Yoshi's, and of course also kills very early. With a small stage, both characters aren't going to have a lot of room to run away, so I imagine that both lasers and needles will be a little bit less accessible, and they're going to have to, you know, fight the ground game a bit more. Neither character is seeming to look for that kind of campy defensive style anyway, so I don't think that's like a big difference to the overall game plan of each player, but it is something to watch out for. Kami getting Schmoofy just far enough off stage that the up B doesn't reach the stage, and by just holding ledge, he's able to take the first stock. Schmoofy missing that second shine in his double shine because he actually slipped through the platform, so he got the double jump instead of the jump squat's first jump from the ground, and so you can't cancel that on the ground since you don't have the jump squat frames to do so. That's pretty tricky tech for Falco. You have to be able to not fall through the platform as you go. Ooh. Kami reads the regular getup and is able to down smash Schmoofy back off, but Schmoofy gets saved by Randall. Nice high angle into fast fall to re-grab the ledge by Schmoofy, able to keep his stock alive. Schmoofy reads that Kami's scared to go to the ledge now because Schmoofy's stolen it from him so many times in a row, and he gets 2 quick hits off of that one read. So Kami's going to have to go back to mixing up going to ledge and not, and see what he can get out of that. Kami trying to get things started here. He's already up a full stock, and he's got a lot of good percent on him, so we'll see if he can get something. Schmoofy gets a quick shine to reverse the situation, gets a good 50%, but unfortunately isn't able to get Kami off stage. Once again on this stage, I think Kami's doing a really good job of focusing on center. And I think part of the reason why Yoshi's might have not been the best pick for Schmoofy is that when one player is holding center better in Yoshi's, the other player is basically just at the corner because the stage is so small. On the other hand, there's one of the reasons why Falco does like to go to Yoshi's, because he has way more kill options off the top than he does in other stages. He doesn't have the best off-the-top options, right? You can kind of shine people up, and you can obviously use up air like Schmoofy just did there. But for the most part, Falco likes to kill off the side. And especially on like tall stages like Dreamland or Fountain of Dreams, he has like a really hard time taking that, doing that damage. So this stage really opens that option up for him, and you'll see him going to it in a lot of situations for that reason. Schmoofy with a shield drop bear, super strong option, especially when someone's pressuring you. Comes out so fast. But unfortunately, Kami's able to find the way to push him off stage again. Schmoofy gets Kami off stage, but Kami steals the ledge while Schmoofy's trying to up B stall, and that's going to be the second game. I think Schmoofy should be looking for a slightly larger stage, and personally, I really like to take Sheik to FD because I think Sheik works really well on platforms, and taking the platform option away, not only does it make her neutral a little bit harder, it also makes her recovery harder because she only has one option, which is to go on stage. She can't trick you by trying to go back to platforms or anything. So I'm really glad to see Schmoofy make this decision here and decide to go FD. Obviously, being down 2-0, the set's still going to be tough for him because he's going to have to win on Sheik's counter pick twice. But in this matchup, Sheik doesn't have like a particularly overpowering counter pick, right? Like, she has a bunch of stages that are good for her, like Battlefield, Yoshi's, Fountain of Dreams, but none of them are like, whoa, this is like a big skew versus the rest of the matchup. And so I think if Schmoofy can take this game and start building some momentum, he'll be able to take it back and at least have a fair chance at bringing the set back. It's just the first stock here, but so far, ooh. Schmoofy goes for a tricky air dodge recovery high, and Kami's able to react to it and get that hit, knocking Schmoofy off stage and then pulling together the edge guard. Kami gets another grab. Let's see what he can do with it. He's not able to find anything. He goes for a needle play to try to reset the situation, but Kami's able to shield it, or Schmoofy's able to shield it and get out. Kami seems to be using the air really effectively. He does these double jumps, and he can threaten needles on the way down, or he can just threaten an auto-canceled aerial that he can cover with another option like F-tilt or jab right after. So it can be really tricky for Schmoofy to figure out how to answer that. Generally, as Falco, what you want to try to do is get right under the Sheik. You can, especially at low percents, you can crouch cancel all of her aerials, so you crouch cancel shine, and if you do the shiny at the right timing, when you're right under them, you just hit them out out of their aerial before the Sheik can do damage. And even if you miss it, you just crouch cancel the aerial and then get the shine anyway. So I think that's a really strong option. Also, at the same time, it invalidates needles because the needles go at that diagonal angle. So if you're right under the Sheik, she can't hit you with them. So I think I'd really like to see Schmoofy try to go for that option a bit more. When Kami goes up, just run right under him and crouch. Let's see if Schmoofy can find an answer. Kami gets a good read on a roll in and is able to down smash Schmoofy off stage, but unfortunately he's too close to center and can't really get there for the edge guard. Schmoofy makes it back on, but Kami continues to hold corner pressure really effectively. You'll notice this entire set, Kami's really been in the center the whole time. And whenever Schmoofy tries to regain center, Kami uses movement options and even stuff like rolling and full hops to take the center back and fight from the center out. And I think that's one of the things that's really putting in a lot of work for Kami in this set. And Schmoofy's seems to be just less cognizant of what's going on in that scenario. An unfortunate reversed F smash doesn't get the kill, but since Kami was at such high percent, jab popped him up, and Schmoofy was able to finish it off with a quick down smash. Ooh, a nice laser to cancel whatever needle shenanigans Kami was looking to take on. A nice shine out of shield is going to allow Schmoofy to look at a bit of a combo, but unfortunately Kami breaks out of it with a down tilt. A nice dash dance grab around the F tilt by Schmoofy. That's really hard to do. F tilt, Sheik's F tilt is very hard to punish. And another great angle, Schmoofy able to get back to the ledge once again, but unfortunately just can't seem to break out of this corner pressure that Kami keeps putting him in. You can see there, Schmoofy takes the center, but then Kami double jumps over him to take the center back from him. And Schmoofy seems more excited, more interested in trying to get his offense going rather than get that positioning game underway. So Kami's able to kind of take control of the stage position, and in exchange, Schmoofy gets a bit more offensive opportunities, but he's always fighting from that slight disadvantage. So I think that's kind of what's happening here. Now, on the bright side for Schmoofy, he's able to get Kami down to last stock. Unfortunately, a double jump bear is going to take it. Kami takes the set, 3-0. Good stuff to both players. I thought Schmoofy played really well. I think in the future, if he looks a bit more at some of these options that he might have in terms of fighting for spacing and positioning and trying to attack things when he's at an advantageous position, he might see a little bit more luck. But good stuff to Kami. He played really solid. Like I said, he gave Schmoofy a lot of options in terms of starting offense, and he did a really good job of shutting them down as Schmoofy came in on him. So I thought that was really impressive play by Kami. Did a great job of shielding and double jumping around to keep Schmoofy on chasing after him rather than getting that kind of offense that Falco wants, where you're comboing on their shield or putting on that shield pressure or anything like that. It looks like we're going to move on to losers finals. Squid versus Kami. We've already seen this set once today.